You know, cold turkey is wonderful on sandwiches, but as far as breaking habits go, guys, I got a better solution for you this new year. And I'm of course talking about my sponsor, Fume. Fume is an amazing, award-winning, innovative flavored air device. And it's built to help you part ways with old habits. Instead of electronics, vapors, and harmful chemicals, Fume is completely natural, and it uses flavored air. This is a habit you can feel free to enjoy, and it makes replacing your bad habit very easy. This will fill the void in a natural, guilt-free way. It's easy, enjoyable, and it's even fun. Fume has served over 150,000 customers and has tens of thousands of success stories. And there's no reason that the next success story can't be you. Your Fume comes with an adjustable airflow dial. This is so satisfying. Do you hear that? It's so satisfying to play with this thing. And it's designed with removable parts, and it's also got magnets for fidgeting. Pick up the Journey Pack today. Try it for yourself. Go to tryfume.com/Chael. That's going to get you 10% off. Or scan the QR code just as easy. Make sure you use the code Chael to get that 10% discount.
All right, guys. The UFC, all the action is right there. Where am I? I'm in a bathroom because I'm told the acoustics are better. Now, I must tell you, I hear a little bit of an echo. So my partner Ryan might not like this, but I gotta give it a shot because, speaking of Ryan, he used to be a manager. He's been a trainer of the top guys. Randy Couture when he was the world champion, Dan Henderson when he was the Pride champion. Ryan knows what he's looking at, and he told me over a year ago, and that doesn't sound like a long time, but in Jack Della Maddalena's career, a year is a very long time. That's 3 fights ago. Ryan tells me about this guy and how great he was. And I even made a video for my YouTube channel, and none of you watched it because you just didn't know the name. You just didn't know who Jack Della Maddalena was. And his ascension has been very fast, which just means what Ryan saw, so did Dana White. That's all that means. And then Jack lived up to. Now, what Jack just did with Gilbert Burns, that's of the night type performances. This is the most loaded card I have ever been part of. And I believe I've only missed 2 cards. I missed Carlos Newton versus Matt Hughes, part 2. I was at part 1. Part 2, never saw it to this day. You won't believe this. I missed Forrest Griffin versus Stephan Bonner, part 1, if you can believe that. Okay. This is the best card I've ever been part of. That includes as a fan, just as somebody that's watching from top to bottom. There is more talent. Put this in perspective to remind you, RDA, a future Hall of Famer, a current top guy, oh, and by the way, a world champion was your second fight. Okay, so I think you understand. But I want you to keep that in mind. I want you to keep the talent in mind, because when I tell you that Jack Della Maddalena is an of the night, okay, we got a couple matches to go. This is of the night. The greatest, most loaded card I've been part of. And he was the best talent. Now, aside from what makes it so good, right? You can win big fights. Jack just went out and beat Gilbert Burns. Not many guys do that. Muhammad, by example, became a #1 contender by beating Gilbert Burns. This was a stoppage. But you can stop guys. And it wasn't that good of a fight, or it wasn't even that great of a performance, rather. It was a great moment. How many times do we see that? Curtis Blades, earlier this evening, that would be an excellent example. He's losing the entire contest. He wins one sequence, wins the whole fight, right? So what dreams are made of, great job. But that isn't what happened here. I don't think Jack was winning the fight. I don't think he was losing the fight. I thought it was an extremely competitive fight, right? Without knowing the judges' scorecards, let's just say it was a back and forth battle. What Jack did such a great job of is getting him off the bottom. Now, Gilbert Burns, not only do you guys respect him, and not only do you know what a stud he is. Not only you know the problems he gave Kamaru Usman. You know the problems he gave Khamzat Chimaev, including Khamzat Chimaev's first loss of a round. And the only loss of a round Chimaev's ever had, even to this day, aside from the round Kamaru Usman took. Okay. Man, just share for you know how good Gilbert Burns is. But we knew how good Jack was on his feet. Can he handle himself on the ground? This is a stat off the top of my head. I believe Gilbert Burns is the only Abu Dhabi medalist in the UFC right now. Okay? I believe that to be true, but I know he is the only medalist in the division. So if Gilbert Burns can get this guy down one time, there can be some big problems. Gilbert Burns not only got him down, he got him down early, and he took his back. And Jack got out of it. And Gilbert got him down again and again and again, and Gilbert did a great job on his feet. Gilbert hurt him in the elbows. I'm not positive Gilbert wasn't winning, but I'm not positive Jack wasn't winning. Like, for me, man, this was an even fight. But Jack, 4 times, got up off the bottom of Gilbert Burns. I mean, I just got to tell you, like, we all knew when we saw Adesanya how special Adesanya was, if he can either figure out how to stop the takedown or get up off the bottom. And as soon as we started seeing that, right, it turned to the Derek Brunson fight, where all of a sudden, Adesanya wasn't even getting taken down. We'd go, this guy's sky's the limit. Sure enough. Just bringing that to you. Like, there's a very interesting evolution taking place in MMA. And wrestlers came in so heavy back to the day of Dan Severn. All the way through, but there's another way, which is opposed to getting the takedown or stopping the takedown. Scrambling back to your feet, not playing the guard, not working your hips, not rubber guard, not traditional, not Kimura, not arm bars, and not triangles. And I mean, Fabiano, Schöner, black belt, it took me 20 years to get that. I would not turn on the sport of jiu-jitsu. I'm just telling you. Like anything else, you need a guy to play along. It's a dance. You can't box a guy that's not boxing with you. You can't wrestle a guy that's not wrestling you. You're a jiu-jitsu medalist, which Gilbert Burns is, but if the other guy doesn't play jiu-jitsu with you, you can't do it. And all they were limited was stand up. He just kept standing up. It was an incredible performance. I mean, guys, we're talking about title contention. I believe Muhammad gets the next shot, for sure. You guys aren't going to disagree with that. But now, let's just be fair to say he got the shot by beating Gilbert. There never been a good thing. Got the shot, though. Let's use the counterpoint by beating Gilbert. Okay, great. Jack stopped Gilbert. Now, that's Wahal's shot. That's not what I'm saying. But I am trying to illustrate that Jack's not far behind. Let's say Wahal gets hurt. Something along these lines. I'm saying right now, you could look to Jack. Right now. How did we get there? You didn't know who he was a year ago. Pretty impressive. Can we agree?